Hey folks, it's Tom at FrugalPrepper. Just so you know, for my day job, I'm essentially a network engineer, but not really anymore, as my job title is not that. But whatever. I'm kind of winding my career down. But at one time, I went from being a master CNE Novell guy who was like the best in the state. I troubleshooted all the really hard problems, and I've gotten like tons of certifications in the meantime over the years. The last one I got with my CCMP, which is technically expired now because I'm not renewing it in my current job. But so I'm a computer guy, right? So I just want to give this warning to parents. Watch what your schools are doing with internet access. There is a whole lot of bad stuff on the internet that you don't want your children to see, to view. And most of it only requires just going to the website or clicking I'm over 18 and you can go to the website, right? It doesn't like make you confirm it or anything. So schools just seem to think like internet's this free thing and we should just give it away. Just give it to everybody. They'll be okay. So I really control where my I didn't do this for my first son and I regret it, but my second son, I really control where they go on the internet, right? I have a router which has some policies to block malicious websites and pornographic websites and content I don't want them to see. And then I also want Kaspersky Kids Safe on the laptops and on his phone to control it, and I can control the times that he can use it, where he can go. It gives me reports on where he's going, all that stuff. The school Chromebook that they just give away for free, it doesn't have anything. You can go anywhere on it. I don't know if they report it or not. I think they say they do. I don't know if they do. But you can go anywhere. So he only uses this Chromebook like in the kitchen where he's around people. He can't take it in his room and go in a secret corner with it, right? And so, but his little school netbook that I bought him last year at his previous school, he used that instead of the schools. He still has that, and he has his good laptop. Those have Kaspersky Kids Safe on them. Now, here's the problem. His school gave him a MiFi earlier in the year. Unbeknownst to me, they didn't say a word like, we're giving your kid unrestricted internet access in this little box and he can take it home. So I saw the MiFi today and I'm like, what is this? And it says the name of a school on the back of it. He's like, well, they gave that to me. Now, it wasn't charged. He couldn't find the charger for it at first. He had to look for it because I had him take it in to give it back today. So I don't think he's been using it. But now he has a Chromebook from the school with no restrictions and a MiFi with no restrictions. He can go anywhere and do anything on the internet. He could look at pornography. He could do illegal things. He can go on the dark web. He can get into online gambling. I mean, there's tons of stuff on the internet that you don't want to expose your children to. So just to be aware, if you have these kids coming home with Chromebooks and you don't have any restrictions on your router, they can be doing anything a lot of times. Some of the schools have some software and they have some Chrome stuff to kind of control that. But they can just uninstall Google, they can just install another web browser. So there's all kinds of ways around that stuff. There's proxies, right, that they can go get around your restrictions. So you have to really, really be, vigilant on that. I think Kaspersky Kids Safe is the greatest thing. You install it, it runs on Mac, it runs on iOS, it runs on Android, it runs on Chromebooks, it runs on Windows. They have an agent for everything, and you can go in their website and just granularly control when they can use it, how long they could use it for. So you can set, like, they can only be on this for 2 hours a day. You can set time limits so that they're kicked off at 7 p.m. You can control exactly what kind of websites you want them to be able to see. For instance, like by default it blocks guns, but I like my son to like guns and I like guns. So gun content, I made an exception to allow that. But just, it costs like $15 a year for unlimited children, unlimited computers, unlimited devices. So it's a great deal. And any parent that's not running something like that is heading for trouble with your children. So I just wanted to give that kind of warning public service announcement. Just watch what your school's doing, because the school is just giving internet out to kids like it's free candy, and it is not. The internet does help schools a lot. They use the Google Classroom or whatever. I mean, they do a lot with it, and it helps them teach better, but they have to learn to restrict it to only that. So that's all I got for you. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.